Hi, this is Ralph Russell of Springboard Funding Partners, and this is Sunday, March 22nd. This is indeed historic times that we're living through, and I really wish you and yours a very good health and safety during this unprecedented time. I wanted to update you on the current status of the small business lending climate in the U.S. We can start with what banks are doing. I think the larger banks are going to be pulling back, quite honestly. I think they're going to be looking at their overall current portfolio of loans and just making sure that the majority of the money they have outstanding is going to be able to be paid back, frankly. I'm looking at their current clientele, having conversations with those clients. They're still going to be making loans because the Federal Reserve is going to be pumping money into the system with the obviously intent of making sure that these banks continue making loans. I just think they're going to be very careful in who they loan money to. Probably current clients, not taking on too many new risk at this time. Now that takes us to smaller banks, community banks, and credit unions who really get out in the community and do the best they can to support it. I think in these cases, you're going to see more lending. I think the community banks are really going to do all they can to support local businesses, keep people employed, and with the upcoming SBA financing, which we'll talk about in a few minutes, they could really do a great deal of good for the local community. So community banks, your local community bank or credit union, I think will step up in this time. Now, what does that look like? Possibly in a real estate deal, rather than loaning 75% of the property, maybe they'll loan 65% of the property value, but they'll still make a go of it. In terms of small business loans, I think they're going to work very, very closely with the new SBA rules coming out here this week to really make a lot of loans over the next couple of months, and we'll talk about how to apply for those loans coming up. Now, when it comes to the non-bank loans, though, there are quite a number of non-bank lenders out there. That could be debt funds, it could be account receivable lenders, purchase order lenders, as well as working capital providers. And when it comes to those kind of companies, they're going to keep on making sure money goes out. I received a number of inquiries and emails from them this week saying, we have money to put out. Please let us know if your clients need help. We're here to assist them. So what does that look like? Well, if you have account receivables from very strong creditworthy clients, you're going to be able to get advances on those accounts receivables. If you have purchase orders that you want to work with new clients or existing clients, and those companies have good financials, historically, those purchase orders, quite honestly, could still be looked at and reviewed favorably and approved as well. So you can get materials for new jobs that you've been hired to do. Then when it comes to equipment financing, if you have free and clear equipment, you can certainly get money for that free and clear equipment, whether that loan is based on the market value or the forced liquidation value. Equipment financing is still going to be available. And lastly, inventory financing. If you have free and clear inventory that's deemed viable by inventory lenders, typically you'll get 50% advance rate on the the 85% advance rate on the forced liquidation value of that inventory. So keep that in mind. Now, when it comes to working capital lenders are also known as merchant cash advance companies, and they really focus on the availability of your deposits on a monthly basis. How consistent are those deposits on a monthly basis? Now, one particular innovative merchant cash advance lender is looking to put money out over 12 months. Now, this is very important for those of you who need money quickly, within a couple days. Merchant cash advance lenders can fund your request within anywhere from 24 to 48 to 72 hours, and they only need a one-page application, 4 months of bank statements, and typically a copy of a driver's license and voided check. And they look at the consistency of your deposits, in this case, really over 4, 6, 8 months. Now, even restaurants are going to be available for these kind of loans, and spas and dry cleaners and hotels, industries that have been slammed by the COVID-19 outbreak. Now, again, for a 12-month advance, the money is going to be expensive. It's not secured, meaning that you don't have any collateral you're posting against it. So this money is 35% annualized. Now, the money will be coming out of your account on a daily or weekly basis. However, the first 2 months of those payments are actually going to be withheld from the first funding. So you will have a payment of $1 a day for the first 60 days because of the fact that those payments are withheld from your first advance. Now, again, this is 12 months payments, so it's not your typical 3 months or 4 months. that working capital lenders like to have their advances paid back by, but it's 12 months. So for those of you who need cash really quickly and can afford that kind of unsecured financing over 12 months, it's something to think about. And then I guess the major news coming out really is the SBA. The SBA currently has a $2 million program where you can get an emergency disaster economic relief money up to $2 million, depending on your overall situation. That is a great first start, and that started in Illinois and Wisconsin and many states this past week or two. Now, coming out of the new economic plan that the new budget that the government's trying to get completed here in the next day or two, I think this is going to be explosive for the economy, very, very strong for the economy. These SBA loans are going to be available for up to $10 million. That's right, $10 million. And again, depending on your economic situation, your revenue, and so forth. But the key there for these SBA loans is going to be you are going to be attesting to the fact you're going to keep your payroll in place. You are not going to be letting go of people. This is going to be one of the main tenets of this kind of loan. Now, I've heard that the loans can be anywhere up to 30 years in length. There may not be any payment requirements for the first 12 months. So I'll definitely keep you posted on that. And you can come back to my YouTube channel here or other places you may see this video on my website and others for more information, where I'll be updating all of the SBA programs for all of you small business owners that need help, and friends of yours who are small business owners that need help as well. This is going to be extremely beneficial to small business owners and all of you who have seen a major hit from the COVID-19 outbreak should most certainly qualify. I think one of the keys you're going to see is probably no federal tax liens, and make sure all of your filings are up to date before you can apply. But I'm going to have all of the details on the upcoming SBA expansive economic bailout loans, if you will, for small business owners on this website, on my YouTube channel, and all my other social media channels. So again, everyone, my heart goes out to all of you. I really hope you're all safe, healthy, and we'll do everything we can to help you with your small businesses to stay open and be everything we can do to help you turn around this business for the better and hopefully the short term. All the best.